Hello and welcome to Blinkers Off. It's great to be back for another show, and this week we're previewing the Group 1 Tatts Tiara. Will Streamer have enough legs to get over the line, or will Skyrush be streaming home to take the cash? As well, we've got a preview of the Mackay Beach Horse Racing Festival, where I talk with Paul Matthias about a number of events up there during the carnival. As well, I talk with Ricky Jamieson, David Kelly, and as well the Jockey Challenge. And joining me are our usual suspects, Ben Perkins, Larry Cassidy and Mary Collier. First of all, welcome Mary.
Great to be back, Jesse. Looking forward to being back at Eagle Farm after a really great Ipswich Cup day.
Back from exile, it's great to have you on board again.
Thank you.
And also joining me is three-time premiership winning jockey, and Brisbane premiership winning jockey Larry Cassidy. And welcome Larry.
Thanks, Jess.
Now, you've got a good few rides over the Group 1 Tatts Tiara, especially steps in time. You looking forward to the day?
Yeah, most definitely. And what a way to finish the Metropolitan Winter Carnival with a great Group 1 race and fantastic fields all day.
No, it's great racing out at Eagle Farm, so viewers do get out there if you have a chance. It'll be a great day's racing. And also joining us is big-time footy coach and form analyst Ben Perkins. Welcome, Ben.
Jesse, how art thou?
I'm very well. And how's the Shakespeare treating you lately?
Well, reasonably well. I've been reading the great Robert Evans book, The Kid Stays in the Picture. It's a fantastic book and I highly recommend it.
Well, you get to the library and see if it's booked out. Now, Mary, we're going to preview race 5 here. The Mercedes-Benz Open Mile. You like to drive a Mercedes, I believe?
Oh, I just have to say thanks to Centenary Classic. They're sponsoring that race. Go out and see Luke at Centenary. Moggle and Harry's Road to Ringa. Thanks very much for the E250
Do I
at the
get
moment.
a Mercedes?
You've got to get your plugs in where you can. They're good guys. On to the racing. More important stuff, Benny. I'm going to stick with Conservatorium here. The Adelaide Gallop has really hit his straps in Queensland. It was a fantastic win in the I-line. I should have won at Eagle Farm the start before. And the normal suspects in for the place getters, Tokamak, Someday and Diademe. Would love to see her come to prominence here, but Conservatorium on top.
Well, Conservatorium, you mentioned there, Mary, he's never been tried over a mile.
Yeah,
Could
and a big weight. Yeah, the mile and definitely the big weight, 60.5 I think he's carrying. That'll be problematic, but I'm just going to stick. I just thought the eyeliner win was fantastic.
Larry, you're riding in the race?
Yeah, Jess, I'm on Pepperwood. He's totally out of form and been disappointing, but he can pop up at big odds sometimes. Hopefully it's tomorrow.
Now, just tell me, 60.5 over the mile at Eagle Farm, big ask to win? Yeah,
big ask because it's it's a tough mile and it's hard to lump that weight all the way up the straight, especially in a handy field. You're going to have Tokamak chasing him down, and but it was a good win. It was a very good win in the eyeliner, and remember he did miss a run in the Stradbroke, so he's definitely up to this.
Like you say, Ipswich Eagle Farm, big difference, bigger challenge. Ben, race 5 over the mile.
Well, I'm taking the weathermen's report, and they're saying lots of rain, so I've gone looking for the wet trackers here with number 3 here, Fire Up Fifi. I wouldn't be taking anything less than $4.50. The bookies last started this put up $3.50, which I thought was an absolute scandal. Well, it was.
It was short.
Oh, it was rubbish.
Yeah, it was.
It was rubbish priced.
Well unders.
Oh, it was outrageous. But anyway, I reckon it'll run very well here, well drawn. Number 14 here, Someday. It'll have to go back from gate 9, but it's been running fantastic races with no luck and even going very well even against the track biases of the day. Yep. Like running very, very well. Number 4, Tokamak, never been in, just consistent all the way through, really terrific. And number 6, Diademe, it'll battle on. So I've gone for 3, 14, 4 and 6.
You know, again, it's quite a tricky sort of race. I like one here from the Massara stable, Soft Sand. It's drawn well. Jim Burnt loves the wet track. By Dan Silly, a European sire there that stands over in England. The wetter this track gets, the more soft sand's going to be suited by the conditions. So I've put her on top. I like Fire Up Fifi, Ben's selection for second, and for third, I like number 13 here, Angels of Mercy from the Gerald Ryan stable. Just watch this horse. Gerald Ryan usually brings one up from Sydney and sneaks it in down at the bottom of the weight, so it'll be a big price. Just keep your eye on it, worth something each way. So there you have it. I like 9, 13 and 3. Now we're going to talk about the Mackay Beach Horse Racing Festival, a great festival up at Mackay where there's loads of racing and loads of partying up there on the beach. I caught up with one of the representatives in Port Matthias during the week talking about the Mackay Beach Festival. Here I am talking with Paul Matthias. Here I am with Paul Matthias, one of the organisers of the Mackay Airport Beach Horse Racing Festival, which is raced between the 15th and 18th of August 2013. Firstly, this is the most unique horse racing event in Australia, there's no doubt about that, Paul. But where did you guys come up with the idea of this fascinating event?
Well, Mick Pope, the coordinator of the event, he is holidaying in Ireland and saw an event taking place over there. He heard about one in Spain, thought what a great idea, he could bring it to his hometown in Mackay. From there, he had to cut through a lot of red tape. Took a couple of years of organising, and finally the inaugural event last year, 2012.
Just brief us on the type of horses that are able to enter this great festival.
There are three classes, you say. There's the thoroughbreds, there's the quarter horses, and then there's all others. The all others, they can be any type of horse. Anything that you want to enter, you're most welcome to enter.
So for example, I could enter a Welsh mountain pony?
You most certainly can, and that's the part of the festival, it's all about the fun.
Now, is it too late to enter for any of the viewers that may want to now participate in this great event?
No, not at all. They take entries right up until the last minute, but be careful, they are filling up very fast. With the $30,000 prize money on offer for the day, it's becoming very popular.
Now, it's not too late to remember to enter for anyone that's interested. What's the best way to go about entering this great event?
Well, go straight directly to the website, www.mackaybeachhorseracing.com.au. It gives you all the rules, regulations, the prize money, and all the event details. There's even a tour event on if you want to follow Alfie Langer, Miracle Mel Johnson, Damien Oliver, and Rhonda Birchmore. They're happy to assist and take you around.
Now tell me, the shirt you're wearing is very bright and colourful. I believe there's a little story behind the shirt.
Yeah, we had some suits to promote the event for the first time last year. They were made up as a promotion. The Member of Parliament for the local Whitsunday area actually wore it into Parliament House last year to promote it, and it certainly made an appearance.
So there's great turnout of racing personalities, not only that, but football personalities like Alfie Langer and Malcolm Johnson, Damien Oliver. Now, sounds fantastic. I've got to ask though, but what stops people from parking their boats out the front and watching this great event?
Nothing stops people parking their boat out the front. In fact, we encourage it. How good is it to be sitting out on a boat on a nice, beautiful day, sitting back and watching the horse race as a spectacle?
I tell you, if I've had a few drinks, I might ride one myself.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
So I can ride in the race?
You can ride in the race. It's open to any jockey, any person, any horse.
Well, there you have it, jockeys beware. Jay McDonald might be back in the saddle. Well, Paul, thanks for joining us on the show, and I hope to see you up there in August with any luck.
Most definitely. I'll certainly be there and hope you can make it too. Thank you.
Now remember, visit the website www.blinkersoff.com.au for the chance to win $680 worth of VIP entry tickets at the marquee for that day. So just send us an email. There's a link on the website that says competition. Just click it and submit your entry. Now, after a break, we're going to preview the second leg and the third legs of the quaddie. As well, we catch up with Ricky Jamieson and David Kelly. Okay, it's that time where it's Tatts Cup 2200. It's not the strongest Tattersalls Cup I've ever seen, as we were discussing before the show. Mary, what did you think of the race?
Look, I'm going to stick with the top weight here, Ibachenko. I liked the horse's run a lot in the Lord Mayor's Cup. He was 5th behind Solzhenitsyn. I do also like Verdant. He was my Brisbane Cup pick, and I'm just going to forget that run and hope that his Melbourne form can return and see him fight out the finish. Damien Brown on board. I'll go Rathera, counting on some rain like Benny is as well. And I'm going to have a wild card, Endor. He won on the cushion track at the Sunshine Coast last start. I know that's not great form, but you never know with Graham Rogerson. So my numbers are 1, 8, 2 and 10.
Larry, you're riding Verdant there for the Smurden camp. Looks to be a rough chance.
Mary, I'm actually riding Verdant. Brownie's he had 54. I think Damon Brown was engaged.
Sorry, yep.
So I picked the ride up, which he looks a good ride. probably slightly disappointing in the Brisbane Cup. But his form, as Mary pointed out, was pretty good in Melbourne and leading up to this, so I think he's got a great chance.
I've thrown him in for fourth there. He's in the mix for me. I like number 12 here, Trajet, from the Liam Birchley stable. What, Ben, you're shaking your head? You got a problem with me?
Well, boys and girls, if you see on Betfair or anywhere anyone offering 1,000 to 1 on Trajet, don't take it.
Well, putting him on top at huge odds, huge odds. The wetter this track gets, it just might be a chance that he might be thereabouts. From Ibachenko, this horse is the class horse of the race, probably. The form line behind Solzhenitsyn is probably pretty strong and warrants respect. From number 2, Rathira, and number 8, Larry's Mount, Verdant. Ben, you come up with one, have you?
Well, mate, I'm praying for a bloodbath of rain here because number 2, Rathira, is one of my all-time favourite horses. He's been outrageously kind to me. I love him very deeply. I'll always remember the name Rathira very kindly in my heart. I'm barracking for him with all my heart to win this race. Number 6, the only possible danger if it rains is Sharma Dashing, real swimmer, coming into form nicely. Number 7, Shenzhou Steeds, probably set for the main race at Caloundra. Yep. But these are the 3 wet trackers in the race. Number 1, Ibachenko, it's only got any possible chance if the track remains dry. It's got no wet track form to go on, and is also jumping that 600 metres in journey. I'm very keen Rathira. Love Rathira.
Now, I was down at the track and I caught up with a young up-and-coming apprentice in Ricky Jamieson, one of the lady jockeys. Larry, over the last 5 years, a lot of lady jockeys have coming through the ranks, and namely Tegan Harrison and now Ricky Jamieson. She looks to be improving. Yeah,
she has improved and riding quite a lot of winners of late. Also, you got the Smith sisters. They're all riding very well, and obviously Tegan. So. Look, females, there's going to be more and more females riding because weight. Boys are getting bigger and girls are a lot lighter.
Now, yeah, she'd be pretty jealous of this. Ricky can actually have a cheeseburger before she goes to the races. I mean, that's some luxury, huh?
I don't think I'd like to eat a cheeseburger before I jumped on a horse. It'd be floating around in my stomach a bit, I think, so I'd give that a miss anyway.
Speaking there of luxuries, one of my ambitions in life is to have a pool cleaner called Ricky.
It'll do.
Don't worry.
All right, here we are, back to the track where I caught up with Ricky Jamieson. I'm joined by up-and-coming apprentice Ricky Jamieson, and welcome to the show, Ricky.
Thanks.
Now, you've got a big ride on Saturday in town in the 2-year-old race. It looks to be a fairly good chance. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I rode him about 3 weeks ago in the 2-year-old listed race, and he went really good, run 3rd in that, so pretty excited for Saturday.
Now, how did you get involved in the racing industry?
Well, I've always been riding horses and stuff my whole life, and then I was still my last year of high school and I got an email from a lady to do a traineeship, so I just started working for David Kelly, just on the ground, just stable hand, and then just started riding one day and just kept at it, and yeah.
And how's the career going to date?
Yeah, pretty good. Rode the odd winner and rode a winner on Saturday and a couple of placings, and it's going pretty good at the moment.
And how do you see yourself in the future?
Well, I mean, I hope I can sort of be pretty successful in town and see out my apprenticeship and see where it takes me from there, I guess.
And how's your weight?
Oh, yeah, it's good. I don't have any problems with that, so it's good.
Well, Ricky, thanks for joining us on the show, and good luck on Saturday, and hopefully we can have you on again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's a Tatts Tiara over the 1400, the Group 1, 320,000 to the winner. It's a great race, quite an open race, plenty of chances. Ben, have you come up? Who do you like?
The big wet tracker here, Red Tracer, in great form. Yeah. Waller's winning absolutely everything. This horse just, it's a heavy track. It doesn't get beaten, it wins. Number 4 here, Sky Rush, had 8 weeks off. Guy Walter, I think he's probably set this horse for this race.
Yeah, he has. He referred to the horse as a 37-year-old female. It's rising 8.
Yeah,
so, it's got to have to pull out something out of the bag.
Yeah, number 1, Streamer, it'll get the run of the race.
Should have won the Stradbroke.
Well, it should have.
If it drew a barrier, would have gone very close.
It was a very good run.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good horse. It's a good horse. And the horse on the up here, number 8, She's Clean, having its 17 start. And anybody who knows me knows I love a 17 starter. I've gone for the 3, 4, 1 and 8.
Larry, have you won a Tatts Tiara before?
Yes, I have, but it wasn't the Tatts Tiara. It was just the Winter Stakes, and it wasn't a Group 1 then. I think it might have been a Group 3. I won it for Clary Connors on a horse called Topping, I think.
Yep, and
Something
Steps
similar.
in Time. You're riding Steps in Time? Barrier
Steps in
10?
Time. Yeah, look, her form is very good. If you go back through her form 4 starts ago, she won the Wiggle in Sydney, beating Streamer and Pierre Tart. And if Streamer's one of the main fancies, well, Steps in Time's certainly going to look the winner at the 200 metre mark.
Mary, you like?
Oh, look, I like the 16. I like Perron. I'm staying with the up-and-comer, going for 4 straight. Michael Kyle had a glowing report after the Gay Waterhouse. But I do love Sky Rush as well, Guy Walters' mare. Look, she's only won 1 from 7 starts first up. That may be the query. Also, the 13, Floria. Love to see Moody and Nolan go out on top after a great season. And take your pick for 4th. Red Tracer, Stream, or even Shannara.
Yep, no, I like number 1 here, Streamer. I think this horse is just primed for this race. Barrier 1, Huey Bowman. Should have won the Stradbroke, draws a gate, it wins. I think this horse will win. Red Tracer, Sky Rush, you know, there's a good number but Red Tracer, Steps in Time. Like Mary mentioned, Perron, one for one of the up-and-comers, the up-and-comer in the race, 6 starts, 5 wins on the improve. And remember, go to blinkersoff.com.au for all our selections and news. Now we're going to go to a break, and after the break we're going to talk that time with sports with big time footy coach Ben. It's sports segment talk of that time of the show, and we're going to get into it. It's fiery, there's plenty of news and there's plenty of stories, and Ben, let's get into it. The Wallabies. Robbie Dean's your best mate. How's he going there, hey?
I hope he's going to China or Lapland, personally. I think he's picked a disastrous backline this weekend. He's put Berrick Barnes where my mail is. He's got Berrick Barnes at fullback, which I think is laughable.
How would you feel if you paid $330 for a ticket and you're going to watch that team? Would you be happy?
I'd be ill.
And tell me, how far will the Lions win by?
I reckon 12 to 20 points.
Righto, now...
Persist with Wycliffe Parlu, by the way. That's my gripe.
Well, Higginbotham's not there, I suppose, and Higginbotham is a big out for the Wallabies. He's been the best forward in Australia this year by the length of the straight. A really good player.
How about the 5'8", Quade?
Well, he's not there.
Why isn't he there?
Because Deans is insane.
Check him in. How about the Swans? Kurt Tippett back?
Well, I reckon that Tippett is good. I reckon the Swans at $5 are a sensational bet to win the flag, and I reckon they're going to put Tippett in there this week and try and give him 6 or 7 goals and really make him feel part of it. I reckon the Swans are a very good team.
But when they bring in a player, could throw the whole team. You know, I think it's just not a plus. I think it could be a negative as well.
No, you're dreaming, mate.
No, I'm not dreaming at all.
You're dreaming.
Mary, what do you think of Robbie Deans and the selection, the team he selected for the clash with the Lions?
Look, it's really hard for me to admit because I was such a huge Deans fan when he was first appointed coach, but he has been an absolute failure. Good luck to the Wallabies. I think we're going to get walloped.
Well, there you have it. Righto, now let's get into it. The 4th leg of the quaddie, race 8. Ben, what have you come up with?
Well, I'm sticking with the wet trackers here. I'm hoping for rain. I'm going for Sky Train. Snowden's horses are in fantastic form.
Yep.
It'll race up in the first 6. Be hard to hold out. Number 1 here. How much do you love me? What do you think of it, Larry?
How much do you love me, Ben?
Definite chance.
Well, we have our moments. Well, you know, second up form is pretty good, and it's one on the heavy track before. Yeah. Number 3, River Lad goes all right, track and distance. Number 4, Riva de Largo. Wouldn't want it too wet, I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
You know, but Waller's a star, and I put number 8, Griffin in as well. I've got it down to 5 chances for my quaddie. Griffin, bit of pace on, bang.
Larry, you riding?
No, I don't have a ride, but River de Largo, he missed a run in the Stradbroke, and this is certainly no Stradbroke field. And, on Robbie Deans, us Kiwis, we think he's doing a great job.
You would.
It's not funny.
The All Blacks, they're on fire. We need their coach. They're on fire. They thumped France during the week.
Yeah, absolutely flogged them.
Form.
And Bledisloe Cup will be staying in New Zealand.
Yeah, I'll probably be staying there. For how long, Ben?
at least the next 3 years. And, well, until Deans goes anyway, then we've got a chance. We can start building it up again. And tell you what, New Zealand, they should be using a bloke called Kerr Barlow at number 9. Kerr Barlow, fantastic football player. Perry Weepu should be retired.
Mary, race 8.
The Healy. Look, I'm sticking with the class in Skytrain. When in doubt, go the class. I think Peter Snowden will have this horse ready to fire. Royal Bender. Darren Weir has had the most magnificent season down in Victoria. Royal Bender up here trying to get some black type. Delago Bolt for 3rd. And keep your eye on Shafiq, this horse of Desley Forster's. He's definitely as wide as he is tall. Little bullock, and I'll be cheering for him to come home late.
All right, now we're going to catch up with Back to the Track, where I talk with David Kelly. And look out, viewers, he's going to throw you into a winner. I'm joined by Dave Kelly, and welcome to the show again, Dave.
Thanks, mate. Thanks. Good to be here.
Now, last time on the show, you threw the winners into a winner in retunes at $6.80. Can you do it again this Saturday?
Yeah, well, I got a couple of runners on Saturday, Cheval de Fer and what else in Grozzo. Grozzo was a bit disappointing first up in Sydney, but I think he'll go a lot better on Saturday.
Has he been working well?
Yeah, he's improved in his work. I think, he was just a bit fat when he went to Sydney, and on the heavy track it just took its toll the last furlong. But till then he was running a good race, so should be much to improve on Saturday.
And how many horses have you in work?
We've got 30 in work at the moment.
So if anyone wants to throw you a horse, what's the best way about going it?
You can jump onto my website, davidkellyracing.com, and you'll have contact details and all that there, so feel free to call.
Thanks, Dave, and good luck with Grozzo on the weekend.
Cheers, mate.
Right now, just looking at race 8, what's the name of it? The Healy Stakes. I like a Quinella here, Pedicure and Skytrain 9 and 2. I think it's a great Quinella, and I think How Much Do You Love Me is the class horse and should be in for 3rd. And number 8, Griffin. Look out for this horse. I think for once this has the right jockey on board. You talk about jockeys for horses. I think Peter Robel's going to suit this horse down to a T. He's the type of jockey that revs him up. He's going to get this horse really revved and going, and it's going to be tuning in right at the right time. So just keep an eye out at big odds. Don't leave it out of your multiples. So I like 9 at big odds, Pedicure from Skytrain. How Much Do You Love Me? And Griffon. Now, Larry, your best mount for the day.
Well, my best 2 rides are Verdant and Steps in Time.
Mary, your best bet?
Sometimes you've just got to get on the bandwagon, and I respect Michael Carl's opinion so much, so I'm going Perron in the Tatts Tiara. I think she's going to be something special.
Yeah, she looks to be something special. 5 wins from 6 races. Ben, your best bet?
If it rains, Rothera.
And your best sports bet, Robbie Deans?
No, the Swans. The Swans are a really impressive football side.
It's a time with the Jockey Challenge, and this week it's Jim Byrne in the card, zipping around the track at Kingston Park Raceway. Here we are with Jim Byrne in the Jockey Challenge. See Jim Byrne there flying around. He's moved up the ladder swiftly there in a 2nd spot on the grid. So look out, will Jim Byrne win the Jockey Challenge, which will be on the final show of the season in 2 weeks. Now that brings us to an end of Blinkers Off for another show. And remember, get out to Eagle Farm. It's a great day out put on by the BRC where there's great racing and plenty of good food and well worth getting out there. It's a great day. So that's the end of the show. I'm sure we've found you plenty of winners. Join us next week, same place, same time, and bye for now.